Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I last uploaded a video, but today I wanted to make a vlog because I wanted to talk about my experience with camping out for Jimmy Fallon and Good Morning America since BTS performed on both shows. So my day started off by going to City at around 2 p.m. and I got to City around 3 p.m. and I met up with my friend from Poughkeepsie and we went straight to NBC Studios near Rockefeller Plaza. And when we got there, there were about like 5 to 10 armies there waiting at one of the exits / entrances. And we were just chilling there, like there were no barricades up or anything like that. And I was a little skeptical because it was kind of made known to the public that BTS were gonna be on the show, and I expected a lot more people to be there. But there weren't, so we're like, okay, one, where are all the armies? Two, where are the paparazzi? It just seemed a little sketchy, but we decided to just wait it out. A couple of us went inside to talk to anyone to see what was going on, and this one woman said that they're definitely not going to go out through any of the entrances or exits because they're expecting like a large group of people to just, bombard them. So we were like, okay, whatever, you might be just saying that so we could leave. So we just waited there like idiots. Like at around 6 p.m. or so, these Escalades and vans pull up right in front of NBC Studios. And we were like, okay, well, this is a sign they might be like leaving soon. Because the taping started around 5 p.m. so we expected them to be there for like an hour and a half. So at around 6, these Escalades start pulling up and we're like, okay, get ready. So by this time, there are at least like 40 to 50 armies there waiting. And we were like right up in front. So this is a door, and then there are two lines, like two groups of like armies just like waiting on opposite side. Like we were being calm, we were chill, we weren't like freaking out or anything, we weren't being rude or disruptive. Like we let people like pass because it was obviously like a public sidewalk. Like you obviously can't, take up the whole entire space because that's just rude. And also we didn't want to get involved with security, so we were just chilling. And then at like 6:30. BTS's backup dancers like roll out, like one by one. We see them walk by. They're just chilling right there, waiting for like, I don't know, management to tell them like what's the next move. So like BTS's backup dancers are just like standing right in front of us. I'll put a picture in like right now. So that was cool. Oh, side note, before any of that happened, like around 5:30 or so, we saw 50 Cent walk out the building, and we're like, oh my god, wait, this guy looks familiar. And this one girl starts singing Candy Shop, and then 50 Cent like laughed before he got into his truck. And then like not even a couple minutes later, we saw Pete Davidson like go through the revolving doors, and like instead of like coming out, he like went through the doors and then just did a loop right back in. He was like, nope, not dealing with this. So he went out some like other exit, but like that was another funny thing that happened. But back to what I was saying, BTS's dancers were there, and then we saw their stylists come out with their like little luggages, and we're like, okay, they got changed, they're like ready to go. So we were like, now's the time, like this might be happening. But then we saw the Escalades pull up into a garage, and then the backup dancers went right back inside to the lobby, and we're like, what is going on? So then of course a couple of people like ran across the street to where the garage was, and they're just standing there, but they got obviously kicked out, escorted off by security. So then they ended up coming back to the original line was. So then we were just waiting there, like we didn't know what was going on. And then the vans, these two large Mercedes vans just pull up, and the backup dancers like go back outside, and they start getting in, like filing one by one into the vans, and they're like, okay, where's BTS? So at like around 7:15, like we see the Escalades pull out of the garage, and we're like, what is happening? And then of course the armies that waited there before ran. And then this one girl screamed so loud, like so loud. And like, I just saw people like rushing towards the Escalades. It turns out that BTS just snuck out without us knowing, and they pull out nonchalantly, and now we have armies like running down the block to like get a glimpse of them. This one girl came back crying because she was like, I just saw Tay in the flesh and blood, like I can't believe that was them. Like, it's hard to miss Tay, like bleach blonde hair. So she was like, it was definitely them. So we waited online for about 4 hours for essentially nothing. I mean, we saw Pete Davidson, 50 Cent, and BTS's backup dancers and stylists. But that was some sneaky shit. But we weren't too disappointed because we had another opportunity to see them like up close. At this point, we decided to go to Good Morning America in Times Square. So we got there at around 8 p.m. because we decided to have like dinner first. And got there around 8 p.m. and there were only like 20 people or so like waiting by like the studio entrance exit. And we were like, okay, like nothing's going on. There wasn't an official line or anything. But we were told that BTS was going to be performing in Times Square, so we didn't know if it was going to be indoors or like outdoors. I mean, we were told the performance was going to be on the second floor in the studio, but then we were just optimistic to see if like somehow we could get tickets to go inside because like tickets were sold out. So like there were a couple of armies camping out to see if they could get tickets, and we were there just to see like a glimpse of them. Like we were okay with not being able to go in. Like we just wanted to see them. So we were chilling there for like about like 2-3 hours, and my friend Sammy and I met these 2 other people, this girl and her boyfriend, and they weren't waiting online. We were just kind of like off to the side, like sitting like on a bench, like in front of the studios. And I was like, oh, do you have tickets? And she was like, no, we're just waiting here. And I was like, yeah, same. So we met friends. Well, we became friends, and the wait kind of became shorter because at that point, like, I was in this Twitter chat, group chat with a bunch of like other people who were planning on camping out at Good Morning America, and like, so I was sitting here like on the bench, and then like the line was on the opposite side, like right in front of the studio, and like I was tweeting a bunch of them, like telling them like I'm here, and I sent a picture of myself, and like a bunch of other people in the group chat did the same, and then eventually like we kind of like met up, and we had like this own like group, and it was really, really nice, because that was the first time I actually like made army friends. So shout out to those who I met. You guys know who you are. But anyway, so like we were there for like about 12 hours. So in the middle of the night, probably around like 1 to 2 a.m., security started putting up barricades. Like we were told to move, and they started putting up barricades. And we were like, well, what is this for? Like, what's going on? So they put the barricades down, and then Good Morning America staff comes out with these mats, studio equipment, like boom speakers and stuff. Like they came out with a crane with a camera and everything. They put up a tent for like the sound engineer to like do his thing. And we're like, okay, what if they're performing outside? Like what? Like who knows? So I'll put up clips to show you what happened, like right now.
They're gonna see an outdoor stage and be like, what? But they still decided to go. First time I told my mom,
Go, BTS! I don't wanna say it. Alright. Shut up! 반짝이라지 everyday. 네가 클럽에서
So they put these dance mats out, they're mopping them and all that stuff. So at this point, like, we're like really optimistic. Like, we have a prime spot. Like, we're right up against a barricade. We have a perfect view and everything. And we're like, okay, maybe BTS is coming out. Maybe they might do like the performance inside, and then maybe do something for the fans that are waiting outside, like in the pouring rain. And then all of a sudden, like, 4 a.m. rolls in, and studio starts tearing down the set. And we're like, okay, well, I guess it's just indoors. So that kind of sucked. Because, like, we're really, really, like, looking forward to them coming outside, at least saying hi, or, like, doing a little segment, like, about the weather. Like, I don't know. So then 7 a.m. hits, and Times Square is chaotic. It's like, it was like a mini New Year's Eve right in front of GMA. And so at this point, they're about like 200 armies. So like we grew from 20 to 60 to like 200, and then 500 at the least. So then it was just like completely unorganized. Like we didn't get clear-cut answers. It was just a mess. So then BTS rolls in the Escalades and the Mercedes vans that I talked about earlier, and we hear screaming, and obviously we knew BTS like just arrived. You can find that all over Twitter. So they're in the studios doing their thing, and like we're still waiting in the rain. We don't know what's going on, like what's happening, and I don't know, like I don't know how else to explain it, but I'll just put clips instead to show you, to give you a general sense of what it was like. So then at this point, we were drenched. We were miserable. We've been standing on line for like more than like 14 hours. It was really cold too, and like we were cramped like sardines, like insane. Like I've done it before for other bands like One Direction, Jonas Brothers, but this was like on some other level. And then at like around, well, my friend and I decided to leave because we were not gonna stay there to watch the news, because BTS performed at around like 8:45 and the show was from 7 to 9. So like at that point we're like, we're not waiting here for 2 more hours. So like we decided to go back to the studio exit / entrance, and we just waited there. Like there was no one in line. Like by then all the people who had their tickets already like got inside. They're like warm in the studio. So we were just like, okay, we'll wait here. At least that way we could see them like walk out and get into the vans. So we did that, and like we saw them, of course, and like I was miserable. I was really angry. I was really disappointed. But as soon as I saw them walk out, my whole, you know, attitude changed. Like it was just like, okay, it was worth it. Somehow I was able to justify sleeping in the middle of Times Square. But I'll put the clip that I got of them leaving GMA right here. But yeah, that was my experience with camping out for BTS. I definitely recommend that you don't do this unless you get clear-cut answers, because essentially it'd be a waste of time. Okay, I don't mean a waste of time. Like, obviously I was there to support the boys, 100%, but like waste of time as in you wait there without knowing any details, and it's frustrating, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm trying to spare you from that, to, you know, getting your hopes up. So don't camp out unless you know what is going on exactly, because you might end up disappointed and like not 100% satisfied with your experience like me. But it was still nice to see the boys. I do have another chance to see them this Friday, tomorrow, since I'm opening this video now, and I'm also seeing them at Citi Field. But yeah, I guess that's it. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.